In today's video, I want to speculate a little bit about where Fallout 5 may be set. We know that Bethesda has a one-pager on Fallout 5, and they've stated plenty of times before that the first thing they do when creating their games is decide the location and then the atmosphere. So it's very likely that Bethesda has already decided where this game will be set. This is likely what is written down on that one-pager they've mentioned before. Although it is important to mention that this could change. We know that Fallout 4 was originally set in New York and was switched to Boston due to engine limitations, or at least that's my theory as to why it was switched. It's also very possible that they have already teased where the game will be set, so first let's talk about that. Bethesda love to do this thing where they tease the location of their next game in their previous game. If you go back to Fallout 3, there's an entire questline about simps, basically just one big tease to Fallout 4. I mean, in this questline, you literally meet a simp, a member of the Railroad, and even a member of the Institute. There's even teases to Fallout 76 in Fallout 4, and so on, so it's pretty obvious that Bethesda likes to do this. Now obviously, we don't really know when Fallout 5 is coming, but we may have actually gotten a tease to the next Fallout game in the previous Fallout games. One location that always comes to my mind when I think about Fallout 5 is Chicago. Only because Chicago has been spoken about, or at least mentioned, in literally every single Fallout game besides 1 and 2. Chicago would definitely be a very cool wasteland, and I could definitely see a Fallout game being set there. We also know from the Fallout lore that there is currently Brotherhood of Steel members set up in Chicago as well as Enclave members, and I for one would definitely love to see the Enclave make a return in the next Fallout game. Whether that's Fallout 5 or a spin-off, we don't know, but I just really love that faction. Another location that always comes to my mind, and actually the location I'm 99% sure will be the next Fallout game's location, is New York. New York was where Bethesda originally wanted to set Fallout 4. They haven't ever outright confirmed why they decided to make the switch to Boston, but I feel it was because of limitations. Every console player in the world will tell you that we can't step foot inside of Boston without our game crashing and completely shutting down and having a complete meltdown. Why do you think you never see footage of me in Boston in the backgrounds of any of my Fallout videos? After a few minutes it crashes, so us console players just try to avoid Boston as a whole, so I can't even imagine how bad it would be if the game was set in, say, Manhattan. But with that being said, with next-gen consoles and new technology being added and looking at the massive scale size of Starfield, it really wouldn't surprise me if Bethesda said, hey, we really wanted to do New York, a whole lot of fans want to see New York, so why not? I guess I should also address the New York is a crater rumours. That isn't confirmed, it's just rumours. Nowhere in the Fallout lore does it state that New York is a crater. Yes, it was hit by nukes, but so was Boston. So were most of the locations that the Fallout games are set in. Another location that is extremely possible, which I think has a very good chance of happening, is San Francisco. There's a lot of references to San Francisco in Fallout 4. When you're in Kellogg's Memories, you can literally see the Golden Gate Bridge. On top of that, Kellogg used to live there. Not to mention, you have to find his San Francisco sunlights. We even saw a faction from Fallout 2 San Francisco in the Fallout 4 Nuka World DLC with the Herbologists, which was pretty surprising to me. But honestly, there are so many locations that Bethesda could pick. Detroit is one that comes to mind, which I would love to see, or even make a spin-off set in China or Canada or even London. Bethesda have seen how much hype Fallout London is getting, so why not make an official version, right? As a Brit, I would love to see this, even if they let Obsidian make it while they focus on Starfield and the Elder Scrolls 6. You guys know that I think Fallout remakes and remasters are on the way, so honestly, I don't see a spin-off happening before Fallout 5, but hey, what do I know? I could be wrong. It's likely that we won't see Fallout 5 before 2030, which, yeah, sucks, but at least we're getting Starfield in less than a year, hopefully, and the Elder Scrolls 6 a few years later, so there's that. Anyway guys, that is going to do it for today's video. Let me know in the comments where you would ideally love to see Fallout 5 be set. My number one choice is New York, but what is yours? I really want to know, so let me know in the comments below. And if you are new around here and you want to stay up to date on Fallout 5 leaks, news, discussions, and plenty of other content, consider subscribing because we cover it all over here. And of course, if you did enjoy the video, don't forget to drop it a like. And with that said, thank you all for watching, and I really hope to see you in the next one.